Easy now, folks. I've got a very exciting package here. You could probably tell from the title what it is, but it is a box of shrimp from Mal at Aquarium Delierium. To give you the full story, I actually won the shrimp in an auction. Andrew from the Aquarium Daily channel did a week's worth of fundraising for a very, very worthy cause, including a 24-hour stream, fishy bingo, and an auction. He did amazing, actually. He did really, really well, and so did everyone that was involved, including Mel, who offered some of his awesome shrimp as something that you could bid for, donating all the money, of course, to the charity. So well done to you two chaps and everybody, like I say, that was involved. I'll put both their channel links down in the description below so you can check them out. I certainly hope you do. I think you'll really, really enjoy Mel's channel, and if you want to know more about the charity event that Andrew was running, you can check that out too. So win the bidding for the shrimp I did, and Mal was kind enough to send them out the very next morning, so they got it very, very quickly, so that was dead nice of him. And he actually sent me a wee extra, a nice wee present in the box too. One of his channel mugs, which is pretty cool. Glad that I can add him to my collection. A mug on a mug. But yeah, thanks for that, Mal. That was dead kind of you, man. The other box then is the shrimp, of course. So, time to open them super, super carefully. Like I say, they did arrive very, very quickly, but just wanted to check them out. It's a little bit hard to see them in the bag just now, but everybody looked super healthy and active, so time to drop them in a tank. The bag did feel a little bit cooler than the tank they were going into, so the idea was to float them for a wee 20 minutes, half an hour, just try and equalise that out a little bit. But also, because we've now got them with a light behind them, we could get a better look. And I'm really, really happy. Sent me a range of ages and sizes. And there's actually a couple of buried females in there, which is, again, super nice of him. That will help to get the colony started up nice and quick. That's dead decent of you, Mal. Thank you. With that done, we can open the bag with the world's bluntest scissors and transfer them into a jug in order to start the drip acclamation process, which is probably, in most scenarios, the best way to add your shrimp. Acclimate them slowly with the drip method. It's just a case of getting a bit of airline and siphoning the water through it into the jug with a with a regulation valve on it. I mean, these are pennies from aquarium stores or online or whatever. We drip acclimation steadying tool, a peg, to make sure the line doesn't slip, and then just dialing in exactly how much you want to go through at a time. I think it's best to go for 1 or 2 drips per second, and it takes a long time. It can be painful because you're just excited to get your shrimp into their new home, but so worth doing to allow the shrimp to get used to the new water slowly and gradually. If we just chucked them straight into the new tank, there's a chance that we could shock them, which could end in shrimp deaths and whatnot, so best to take our time with it. I normally aim for at least twice the amount of water that you started with in the bag of the new aquarium water. So a couple of hours later, we can remove the airline from the tank, allow the rest of it to drain through and remove it. And now we are ready to add them. I am going to remove this hornwort with a wee bit of Java moss, I think, in there that Mal put in a bag. That's good practice. Otherwise, the shrimp can pull each other's legs off in transit, and obviously we don't want any injuries, but I don't want that in this tank just now anyway, so take that out. I nearly added the shrimp to the tank at that point, but at the last second I realised it had taken so long, the drip acclimation process, and there was no heater obviously in the jug, and there was a perceivable difference in the temperature again. So once more I thought it best to hook the jug over the side of the tank and let that even out for another half an hour. That also gave me the opportunity to have a good look at the shrimp, and they are really stunning, aren't they? I I think Mal picked them up at auction under the name Gold Bullion Shrimp. I've heard them called Gold Line Back Shrimps, Yellow Sakura, I think as well. Whatever their name, they are gorgeous. At this point, you might want to consider grabbing a shrimp net and transferring them to the tank. If you bought them from a store, for example, you might not want the store's water added to your aquarium, but I'm not worried about Mel's water. So I could just tip them in and watch them cascade down into the new home. We checked to make sure I hadn't missed any. And at this point, it was time to replace the lid and turn the light off for a couple of hours and let them settle in. Again, a couple of hours felt like forever because I really wanted to check out my new shrimp in their new aquarium. But they've had a long day, so it was only fair. As you can see though, super active, healthy looking shrimp. Really made up with them, so I am. I've probably not got them on the best substrate. I feel like a darker substrate would help to bring out their colours. I think these guys will kind of fade a wee bit to mimic the bottom of the tank. But it happened so quickly, of course. Won them in the auction one night, which I wasn't expecting. They were here. We posted them the next day, so they're here 2 days later. And it is always best to put shrimp into an established aquarium. These guys are primarily biofilm grazers, so you're not really wanting to put them into a brand new tank where they can't find food. This is one of the buried females I was telling you about. You can see her fanning the shrimp in her pleopods. I've seen at least 2 buried females in there. Hopefully they'll do well. Hopefully they enjoy their new home and they're going to appreciate my water, and the babies will be born soon and we can get a nice colony going. So thanks once again for the shrimp Mal and Andrew for putting the event on. I wasn't intending to get these guys, but well, maybe we'll call it fate, hey? I am going to get a lot of enjoyment out of these guys, and that is sometimes hard when you're looking for a camera trying to record them. So I'm going to put it down and enjoy staring at my gorgeous new shrimp. Right. Later.